coming in from Big Slow 17 wants to know any other heat from the Ravens playbook. So let's find out about the Ravens defensive playbook. Gibbs, what do you like about the Ravens? What have you done already? And why is it a little bit different than those other playbooks? So talk about the ones that are similar. Get us going.
For sure. So first and foremost, what is great about this is it's a 3-4 base defensive playbook, but it also provides you with a 4-4. And what I have found is the 4-4 is helping me tremendously in stopping the run. So that's what I really like about this 3-4. The other option you have would be the Kansas City Chiefs. The Kansas City Chiefs does not have the 4-4, which is one of the reasons why I like the Ravens. Chiefs has a big dime 1-4-6 versus this Ravens, which doesn't, but so there's some similarities to this. But primarily when you look at this book, what I like about it is it has 3-3-5 normal. It still has a 3-3-5 wide, which we've provided blitzes on TWIM 235, TWIM 236 that should go over the 3-3-5 wide blitz scheme, and then a 3-3-5 normal blitz scheme.
Yes, and you can go check those videos on youtube.com/zfarls and youtube.com/sgibbs. You see that on the banner. Subscribe to both of those. Those videos are there for your review.
And then what I have now discovered in this past week, past 4 or 5 days or so, is another blitz that I've been labbing up. And I've actually been having more success with this new blitz scheme from the Big Dime 236 than the previous blitz schemes from the 3-3-5 normal and 3-3-5 wide. So now you're going to have 3 different style ways to blitz, and we're going to keep adding on to this style defensive scheme. So let's get into it. When we take a look at some of the defensive blitz pressure from the Baltimore Ravens playbook, we have the Big Dime 236, and the play I want to specifically look at is called Prowl Slant 3 Seam. Now, the first thing I want to make note about this formation is a Big Dime 236. That personnel is fantastic. Some of the best personnel you're going to have in the entire game.
2 D linemen, 3 linebackers, 6 DBs, 4 and 2.
Well, what's great about it is you actually bring a safety into the box. So in this example, you're going to see here, I have Thompson as a safety who plays up in the box. Now, the versatility that this formation provides is also the following. Your defensive tackles in this case are actually your starting defensive ends. So think of what that means, especially in Madden Ultimate Team. You can get guys like Khalil Mack there. If you start Von Miller, who's outside linebacker, at the end, he'll play inside. All right, so that's what makes this so powerful. There's a lot of versatility. You can have the beef guys there as you want, but you can also have really athletic defensive linemen drop them into coverage, man them up. It really adds to what you can do defensively in terms of adjustments. So what I like to do to set this play up and this blitz up, I like to go with a baseline press to get a uniform look. I then shift the defensive line left, crash it out, and we'll go over this slower after this. I then quarterback contain, and then I pinch my linebackers down. From here, now I make some cosmetic adjustments to this play. I use the free safety who's blitzing. I take him off that blitz, and I just put him on a hook so he doesn't, first step isn't towards the line of scrimmage. And then from here, I, for the most part, always put hard flats on the field because flat routes in the short area of the field are so effective this year. You have to take them away. And the next thing I do from here is I try to identify where I think someone's going to run a sail technique, which is a corner pattern and then a halfback table. That's one of the most popular meta just ways people are playing offense in this year's game. So the first thing I look for is, okay, where's the halfback? Which side of the field he's on? And then from there, I would say, okay, halfback's on the left side. That's where they could potentially run the sail concept. So I take this free safety, and I have 2 defenders. I have this free safety here, and then the safety in the box. They're my my Swiss Army knife guys.
Swing guys.
My swing guys.
Swing players.
I can do whatever I want with these guys. So if the halfback's on the left, I would say, okay, I'm worried about Gabriel here running a corner, which would then make the ever so popular sail concept. I would want to man him up by default, because that man up will take away the corner.
Does this linebacker in the middle get out to the hard flat?
He does. He does. I'll move him a little bit over here, but depending on where I am, yeah, you'd want to pay attention to that. If you start getting beat, you would use your Thomas here and make sure that it doesn't get taken away. But a pass commit up and zones outside will help him get out there. Okay. But then from here, then you would use your Thompson on this opposite side, depending on where you think the sails come from. So now what you'll see is pressure comes off that left edge. You don't have to hover. You don't have to do anything. He's going to get caught up like that every once in a while, but he will come clean the vast majority of the time. Like he came in clean there, but he got caught a little bit. So we'll show you that again one more time. So it's baseline press, pinch linebackers down, shift line left and crash it out, – contain.
And at that point, the blitz will work. And then it's the setup.
Right.
And then it's just the adjustments.
And then it's the adjustments off it. You could play Mabel on one side. There's a lot you could do. But see, there's the clean pressure. And that's what I like about it so much. And now we'll go over it slower this time and explain each of the button commands. So it's base align. So that's coverage audible Y and then D-pad on the right stick. Press, which is coverage audible Y and then down on the D-pad.
Mm-hmm.
Shift your defensive line left, which is LB and then left on the D-pad. Then you crash your defensive line out, which is LB and up on the right stick. This guy needs to go over more. Keep going. Keep going, pal. Then you quarterback contain, which is left trigger and an RB. You then are usering Thomas here. You put him on any zone you want, whatever, it doesn't matter. And then you cover audible down, which is Y and then right stick down. And it's really important that you do that because you must take away those flats. I mean, you could man these guys up. I'm cool with that too. But on the vast majority of plays and setups, your play should look like this, and then you're just usering like a madman, okay? Because the pressure comes off that left edge, and it comes in pretty quick. Now, the beautiful thing about this is, if I want to get pressure off the opposite edge, if I want to send dual edge, I can. So what you do is you do the same setup, baseline press, shift line left, crash out, quarterback contain, pinch linebackers, and in this case, what you need to do is global blitz the right of screen linebacker, which is right here, but you do RB and right on the right stick. So RB, right stick, it'll blitz him. You then take Thompson here. You have to get a little shifty. You got to slide him out. Slide him out, get him outside, quarterback contain. Now you have a uniform look here, pressure right or left, and what you'll get.
Now if I block the halfback here, we'll still get pressure.
Correct. You can use your Wagner, you can use the safety, whatever you want, but that's where we're looking there. Yeah, he'll come in off the edge. I would say you're going to run into like 30-40% of the time that guys will slide, but a larger percent of the time you'll get pressure off that edge. The other thing about this is there's a lot of versatility, right? If you wanted to call man-to-man, right, with this, you could still set up the blitz the same way. So you audible to man-to-man, pinch your linebackers, you shift line left, crash it out, right? Bring your safety down, right? You've seen me do this on the show, right? Or if you've seen me play games, especially when I streamed this past weekend, right? Bring your safety down, and now you use her off this edge here with Chancellor, use her with Marsh off this edge, drop Marsh into a flat, whatever you want. But now you got a two-man, he'll come off the edge like that, and now you can bring pressure from two-man. You can send it off the right edge, you can play cover 2, you can play cover 3. There's a lot you can do with this in terms of the blitz pressure. And again, I love the personnel that this provides.
Good pressure, so you've got it left, you've got it both ways, you've got it man-to-man, and then you have just kind of a coverage version of it. This is the Ravens defense, big dime 2-3-6.
Yep.
Prowl, seam, show 3, slant, buck hawk.
You go up on the D-pad when you go into it, and it's the first play when you go up.
Nice.
The one thing I'll note, I want to show a great coverage way to run this defense as well. So snap the ball and just run the play here real quick. So you get rid of the ball, blah, 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 blah. So what ends up happening is one of the ways I like to play coverage, and I actually ran into a guy this week and played. He ran a lot of cover 2. He actually ran 4-3, wide 9 cover 2, Tampa 2, and it was really difficult to beat. The soft squats were just fantastic. So from that, I kind of got the idea. I was like, well, what if I started to do soft squats from this? So the cover 2 from this play has soft squats by default from this formation. So what you want to do is baseline press, pinch your linebackers, shift line left, crash it out. Same way you're going to set the blitz up, so it's uniform, looks the same. I would then take your outside linebackers here that are blitzing, and I would globally put them into hard flats. And then you would want to use your Wagner as he's blitzing. Or what you could do is
you have a soft squat and a hard flat.
Right. You could leave rush 3 and then use your Wagner. But the idea here is this. If you have a corner pattern, I think last week we showed you if you call cover 4 and then do some adjustments, you can stop the sail concept, stop corners. But what I'm now discovering is if you put a soft squat and a hard flat on the same side of the field, especially with a pass commit, you get outstanding coverage in terms of those corner patterns. You could go out. We could go out and pick a new play, but to show them specifically.
Yeah, it will defend those corner patterns.
Right.
Let's see if I've got anything I like. I don't think I do.
POI sail, yeah.
POI sail.
So if you use your make sure you have a linebacker blitzing because you don't want to rush 2 and they run, you'll get pancakes. So you blitz the defender or rush the third guy. But yeah, to stop that concept over there, the soft squat's going to stay out by the corner. You see he plays it perfectly.
So that's the soft squat, Richard.
With a hard flat. So, and here's the problem. If you just run soft squats, so last year you'd run the soft squats, and the soft squat would play both. He could get down in time to play a flat, and he would also have enough depth to play verticals downfield. That's what made soft squat so good, which made nickel blitz so good, right? That's a kind of a very...
That's a deeper
That's
one.
a deep corner. That's a deep corner. I would want to man him up, but let's try it. Let's just see. Let's try this. Let's see what we get here. So I'm gonna pass commit up. Let's see if the soft squats get out there. Let's see what he does. I mean, he's hanging.
He's pretty. Yeah.
He went pretty deep there. Move the rock back. I'm curious to see if that'll go. But I think there's a lot of value, and you need your number one job if you're playing cover 2 here. You cannot get beat in the seam, in the middle of the field. So you bail on any route that goes over the middle of the field. So let's set this up again. The other thing you could do is if you maybe don't press with this, I think it might help as well. But like I like the idea of this. Like if you're gonna play this coverage, you could get the adjustment in. Man up one of the slots. So I would man up Gabriel here, and now I don't have to necessarily worry too much about both sides of the field. I can kind of bail and be like, okay, I'm gonna go defend Hooper. Go to that deep flood play, the deep flood play that you were just in. I want to see if that works to defend it.
Okay, it is the bunch wide. Yeah.
Yeah. Nope. One more. One more. Right
Open
there, flood.
Set.
Flood.
Did the wrong play.
Yeah. So let's just see if the soft squat backed up a little bit with a hard flat pass commit. We'll play it. And outside. Let's go outside coverage too. Let's see what happens. That's a deep corner.
That's a real deep corner.
But let's see. Look how deep that soft squat gets. Yeah.
Wow.
Look at that. He plays it. He plays it. So this was the discovery that I had in the past couple days. Shout out to the guy that I played in the Tampa 2 that beat me. I forget his name, but it brought the attention to me. Like, okay, hey guys, like soft squats are good. Let's not put hard flats out there, and I want to see what happens. So just the soft squats. Let me pull up my play to make sure I'm there. Soft squats on the outside, and you can also put corners in soft squats. So now run it again. This is no hard flats. Let's just see what it looks like. No hard flats. He got back there. Yeah, I mean, he did, but the problem is now the flat's so open.
Yeah.
So that was the benefit last year why they were so good, because they would play both, right? But now the soft squats, in terms of coverage D, you're almost lights out. Two soft squats, 2 hard flats. You're butter. And then blitz another guy. You got 2 hooks underneath, right? Like that's the coverage D, right? Like, and you got to bail. You can't get beat in the middle of the field.
Cannot get beat
because those deep safeties can get split.
I would say I would call that if I had to
Right.
do this. I would wait. I'd let him bail, and then I would throw that, but
Right.
put that guy over there.
Right.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah. So there's a lot. The Big Time 236 has a lot to it, and we'll keep expanding on it, working on some of the looping pressure that people are seeing.
Yeah.
So I think we'll focus on that for next week's Twim, so long as we still got power and whatnot. We'll focus on showing you guys looping pressure from 236 for next week's show.
The 33 bags of Doritos that I purchased will be eaten. I didn't know I